Hi, Peter Hudson, Head of Training and Recruitment at the World Golf Teaching Federation and founder of YGA. We just completed the members training night, and I was presenting to them some key criteria that anybody wanting a golf lesson should really try and seek if they want to guarantee the result of their desire, their outcome. And I think this is really pertinent to those people seeking lessons, but also to coaches out there who are currently coaching, and how maybe they could look at their offering slightly different. So as someone that's had many golf lessons before in my attempts to be as good as I possibly could, and believe you me, I found some wonderful people and some very knowledgeable people along that journey, but rarely, if ever, have they all been combined to offer the sort of 5-star services that people these days look at the average of the norm. So I'm going to run through these very, very quickly. I'm not going to give them too much detail. You get that when you come on the trainings. Even if you don't want to become a golf coach, you'll find this information there. So the first thing I've put that a client should seek is content about the coach. So what I mean by this is, just like Mercedes or BMW, you want some proof, some evidence that the person that you're about to spend your hard-earned money with is capable of giving you a return on your investment. And that will be certainly in the form of content. So content, there should be content on YouTube, content on blogs, maybe some articles they may have written, a book they may have written. If they're not that advanced technologically wise, then maybe just some hard copies of the clients they've worked with, and the hard copy testimonials that they received, because you obviously want to know that this guy or girl knows what they're doing. And I think probably even better than that would be a referral, maybe from somebody that had been struggling to improve for a long time and had a lot of coaches, and had finally gone along to this coach, and they were able to explain specifically why they made a difference. Every lesson should have, certainly every new coach, it should start with a pre-lesson questionnaire, probably either done online or emailed to them. And that questionnaire, drawing on a lot of statistics, a lot of facts about the game, and a pre-lesson phone call to then talk through some of those challenges of what they might be looking at when they first see each other. Very important to the YGA is that we really are helping clients to perform better on the golf course. Therefore, it should be mandatory that a coach should come and see you play first before offering you any advice on your game, whatever the remit. And there are ways that coaches can put that within their offering. The coach should obviously be able to offer good facilities, from driving range, practice area, but mat, net and quality balls, moving up to camera and software, maybe then to ball flight monitors, balance movements, vests, and up this ever increasing range of technological advances. The coach should be able to supply tools for the client to borrow or buy from teaching aids, books, videos, and maybe even have a host of recorded tips online, so that when they suggest that we want to have a leaning shaft as we chip, then being able to produce a video that explains every part of that and the whys and wherefores. Obviously, the coach has to have, without a doubt, incredible communication to the client, and have that incredible understanding of the client and what the client's going through during that lesson. And I think that also for the comprehension of the client, then that lesson should be recorded so that the client can go back and revisit those parts of it and get clarity on those things they may not have understood and actually ask questions about this. Mostly these incredible communication skills will be attained by your coach through a minimum of a psychology degree, but probably through neuro-linguistic programming or NLP that you may have heard about. And I think that the NLP skills also then come very much into some of the advanced project management, mental management that the current coach has to have as skills to help people. Undoubtedly, the coach has to offer value for money. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to set where, that's £1 or whether it's £1,000. What I'm just saying is that whatever the client perceives, then the coach has to offer them value for money. But the coach can set up in any demographic of where they want. The main criteria is that after a lesson, the client says, yeah, that was great value for money. After every lesson, then a coaching plan should be supplied, and that should be written up in a fashion that can be easily followed, adhered to, and the client can get some really good feedback from. And that should be constantly monitored over a period of time as well. So again, there's going to be a lot within that planning stage that distinguishes how long they should be working on the game. Now that doesn't necessarily mean more and more lessons. It means that we've learned what we've got to do, we've decided how we're going to do it, we've got a roadmap for it. Now we're just going to make sure we stay on that road, and that well within the YGA system may be free. Obviously the client must have an extreme knowledge of the golf swing and of the anatomy, so that we can know the right thing to do or the best thing to do at a certain time. These skills will probably be gained outside of any basic training, whether it be PGA or WGTF, and certainly the golfing machine for me is one of the key sources, but also we've got there's many other people within that, certainly those people that have done studying with Mac O'Grady, or maybe David Ledbetter or Pure, or a whole host of other people out there that are highly educated as the golf swing. But certainly you're going to need to know a high level of technical ability within that. And also then the Fred Schumacher, the Tim Galway, the Kendall McQuaid, those things that are just, well, in fact they're more effective in learning, but they still must be linked with that technical side. Other things that support our coaches is we have a client charter which gives you a guaranteed set of services. A collaboration of services mean that outside of the actual golf coaching, we have people that work with us for fitness and for club fitting and all these allied opportunities to offer peak performance. And I think that this is really comes back again from clients saying to us that every time they go to different coaches, then they get a different view of things. So I think that your prime coach should be part of a team, so a consultation team. So knowing that your coach actually talks to people about your golf swing, not maybe on a personal basis, but discusses, is prepared to put your swing before other people's and say, well, this is what I decided to do. These are the reasons why. Get the feedback and see whether there was maybe something else that somebody saw that was even better for you. And because they've got that consultation system, then you are the one that's going to profit. And lastly, whatever that value for money, it's not value for money unless you get the result that you said you wanted and the coach said he could give you or work with you to offer. So your results should be guaranteed, and whether that's full money back if you don't achieve it, but I think certainly we should be looking along those lines